Ha! Surprise! Peeking in here in the afternoon, and you guys are like, "Oh my god, she's usually on in the morning." Well, things are just all over the place, and I thought I'd come in today because it's just wacky, eh? Just wacky. So welcome for those who are just joining or just found me and wondering who this crazy wacky woman is. It's my name is Mary Jane Tracy, psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, an astrologer coming to you with the byways and highways of the cray cray of this world. And what does that mean astrologically, spiritually, and what the fuck way? so so I wanted to talk about a few things that are coming up, and especially since we're coming into the United States Thanksgiving, which is this Thursday, and then you have Black Friday and Cyber Monday. What This is just from one person who's a very good friend of mine. And what she did, and I wanted to bring this to light because I was thinking about it and I thought, holy shit, this isn't right. This isn't right. And if you and then I'm listening to one of my economist guys, one of my dudes, one from England and the other one from California, and they're talking about the stock market and three things, talking about the three things, like you don't know, you just don't know. No stock analyst knows when this market's going to drop, but it can't continue going up. And so, and you got to watch when the big guys decide that they're not investing anymore or they're giving away their fucking stock. So I was listening to that, and then he was also started to talk, both of them at different occasions, and on where your money's going. And that has a lot to do with a lot of this energy coming in, where your money's going and what's going on. And that's Uranus and Taurus, and the Taurus energy, plus with Capricorn structures, where these structures are. Mars and Scorpio has to do with banking, and corporate banking, taxes, and things along that line. So many people are seeking your dollars. I gotta say, hey, so I'm seeking people's dollars too to keep myself afloat, just by having sales and things. But there are people out there, and if you've ever heard of a thing called Wish, it was an app that you could get, and you would order all these stuff from Wish, and it was really, really cheap, and you'd get like crystals, and you could get all kinds of stuff off there, I guess. As soon as I looked at it, and if I know something is from China, I won't buy it. Like, I'm really trying to be very consciously aware of where I'm spending my money. And one of the reasons I know is that some of the things that you buy from there, especially the crystals, aren't real crystals. They're actually they're made in a lab, so they're not real crystals, and so they're laboratory made. So they're not ones found in a mine or found in the earth. And so there's that going on. But what's been happening, and what I've noticed, and this is from one client, and then I got from another client too, is that some of the stuff that you buy on Amazon, check, or Etsy, find out where the stuff's coming from. Because what is happening now, and especially since DV is no longer making her stuff and is no longer having her stuff out there, and she asked for everything to be wiped and smudged off the internet, and she's done a pretty good thorough job on getting most of her cards and books and everything offline. In finding any of her stuff online now, and one of my good friends bought something, it's being forged. And I mentioned this, and I mentioned this a long time ago about counterfeit and things coming out as counterfeit. And this was quite a while ago. And I didn't really think too much about it when we were talking about it last night, until just a few minutes ago. I got ding 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 ding, counterfeit. And then listen to I allegedly, and he was talking about watching where your money goes and what's going on online, because there's a lot of forgeries that are happening, and especially around the Christmas season. Now, this isn't anything new, but it's coming more so because people are getting desperate. People are, because of shortages that are going on, causes people to scramble to buy things. Christmas is happening. You may not be able to purchase what you would normally have to purchase. And you're going to find that people are going to pass things off as copies. Now, we know that people do that with, brand name things like Yves Saint Laurent and Gucci and other brand names, Oscar de la Renta and stuff like that. We know that people have always done counterfeit, but you're going to find that it's even more rampant. And especially if you're finding stuff being shipped from China. And what has been happening is what people will go on Wish because it's so cheap, buy a bunch of these things, then resell it on Amazon and mark the price up. That's what they'll do. And in marking the price up, that means like they might have bought it for $5, $10 or whatever on Wish, which is from China, bring the stuff in and then put it up on Amazon and mark it up. Now there's nothing like fine, good, make, capitalist, okay, cool, that's fabulous. But they're marketing at that it's not the real thing. So especially when it comes to a lot of things like with the DV, Doreen, well, people are like, who's DV? Doreen Virtue. So if you're looking at her cards, you've got to be so careful because forgeries are coming out and people are making forgeries and just printing them off very cheaply. And once you get them, you can sort of tell the quality. Now, yes, a lot of her stuff was printed in China originally. Yes, I do know that. But you're starting to see by how thin the boxes are, you're starting to see by the quality of the cards, and some of them aren't even completed. So, you know, so some of them don't even have the full picture and shit on them. So they're really cheaply done. And then once you get the product, the person's not going to take them back. Good luck in trying to get a hold of that person. So this is coming into a season of buyer beware. And this is where we're going to find more and more of that happening because we're coming into an economic crisis. And that has a lot to do with where Uranus is, where Pluto is, even where Neptune is. So where some of these outer planets are and with Sagittarius being also not Sagittarius, Saturn in Aquarius. So we're going to find a lot of that. And here comes, the light and the beautiful Sagittarius, which it has to do with truth and justice and holding people accountable and and trying to be that light of the way. So we're going to find more of that increase as over the season. So it is definitely a buyer beware, definitely for people to start paying more attention to where they are getting their stuff. And even with astrologers. Now, a few very, astrologers that I follow, like Pam Gregory and a few others that I follow, I think Baraka had it happen to her. Leo King has happened to her. So some of the big name astrologers and psychics have been having their name being put up on Facebook and private groups being put up, and you can join their private group and then you pay for it. They get you to pay for it. So there's a lot of other types of forgery of people taking old videos and stuff the people have done in the past and then started posting them up. So I find like a lot of people are searching. South Node Sag, they're still searching. They're searching for somebody or something to come in and save them. And then they see, oh, they got a private group and let me go there and so always authenticate if you're not sure on who the person is and or if you're getting, especially if you're getting a reading and stuff like that. I hate to see people scammed. There's a lot of scammers out there when it comes to people doing readings or doing any spiritual work, and they'll take your money and then you may not get your reading, or you may not get whatever you were paying for. That's the same way, like with my mini readings. I do my mini readings individually for each and every person. Not all psychics do that. If you're getting a mini reading from them, it's a pre-recorded. They just take it out. Oh, you're this. Okay, here you go. You're a Scorpio. Here's the Scorpio reading. So it's not an individual reading with cards actually being pulled for you. It's already pre-done, and so it's an easy sell for them. And out it goes. So it comes out to this lovely energy of buyer beware. And especially as we're heading into a busy Christmas season, and people, out and about and looking for the best bargains they are, but you might find that the bargain isn't really a bargain. You end up being, shot in the ass for it. So as this energy is unfolding for everyone. So there's a lot, in and around and amongst the world. This is worldwide. This is where things are coming up, transpiring, and feeling a little bit off, feeling a little bit quirky. Some people have been feeling getting in just to today's energies, just talking about today. This is where a lot of people have been, releasing a lot of energy. So there's a lot of energy being released from this lunar eclipse. And now we're coming to the upcoming eclipse in Sagittarius, and which is featuring energy to go into a new direction as part of the change, but it's letting go. So there's a lot of releasing. A lot of people are feeling on edge, overwhelmed, feeling delusional because, there's a little bit of delusional energy that's coming in. And with the sun opposing the north node in Gemini indicates you've made your choices. So this is with this illumination that's coming in, and north node is asking you, have you asked the questions? Have you, are you really looking towards the direction you want to go to, or are you still hiding? So things being headed to hide. So focus on the dreams of your future. There is and I posted this up, and I wrote, there's dreams being born during these eclipses. Things are no longer serve you and fall away like leaves off a tree. Beauty, but letting go and moving on to a new chapter. So there's a lot of movement. People are moving into a new chapter, a new phase. Can feel a little uncomfortable, especially since we're heading right into a big holiday season. And a lot of people are feeling, yeah, we're getting everything up and going again. Yet there are a lot of cogs in the wheel yet that we are going to be going through for most of the winter. So this winter is going to be a little bit dampy, should I say. So this winter has a lot to behold for all of us. And I wanted to just touch briefly, because I got to watch my time, so I got to go get my grandson, with this new moon. And just keep in mind, especially with Neptune will be going direct on December 1st. Be aware of things that are coming up, like water, oil, toxicity, leaks of all kinds, media, illusions, disillusions, hypnosis, drugs, and pharmaceuticals. You're going to be hearing a lot about that over the next course of the month to 2 months. Also within this comes imagination and creativity, comes a beautiful spiritual surge. So for many of you, you might be feeling an awakening, that you're able to feel more, sense more, see more. So this is a very much a beautiful energy that's coming in, and awakening that's happening. And this is all working up to when Jupiter and Neptune will be conjunct in April of next year of 2022. And about expanding. So it's beginning to awaken you to expand and allow for you to feel a lot more of what your surroundings are. This is also, as it moves along and going to 22 degree Virgo, it's at 20 degrees It's at 20 degrees Neptune, but it is moving as it moves forward over the next month. It's going to go towards 22 degrees of Pisces, and it is going to oppose the natal US Neptune from 1776. So we are moving forward. There is a movement of forward, but we're going to find that with a lot of this energy and this opposition that's going to happen, what I just was saying about what Neptune can increase, we're going to see a huge increase in a lot of these things. You're going to hear a huge talk more about oil increases, utilities, um, water, things to do with water. I mean, we've already started with a lot with the water, and having floods and things happening with water and different forms of toxicity that's going to be coming up. So the toxicities are going to be coming from all different places, from the toxicities from maybe the media, the toxicities from friends, from, maybe you're feeling very toxic and feeling very overwhelmed, and leaks, all kinds. Now I'm saying all kinds of leaks from the media, leaks from the government, leaks to leaks underneath your sink. So there's going to be all different types of leaks that are going to be coming forward with all of this as well. So with that, because we have that going on, we're going to have that spiritual surge. So that's going to bring in this real ripple energy that is going to go out onto the earth. So we have this rippling effect that's going to be happening. And all of this is a buildup towards this new moon solar eclipse that's going to be happening in Sagittarius. And it's going to be happening, that new moon is going to be happening at 12 degrees and 21 minutes. So take a look at your natal chart and see where 12 degrees is in your chart in Sagittarius, and take a look at what house, because this moon is going to activate whatever house that's in. So say you have a your Sag is in the third house. So it's going to be activating your your Gemini house, and your Gemini house is ruled by Mercury. So there are going to be a lot to do with things to do with communications. How are you feeling about that communications? So take a look at where that is in your chart and how that is going to be activated for you. So we have that. So this is going to be identity projected to the world, and moving into and getting us and preparing us for the Pluto return, which is 246 years that this hasn't happened. And I know I saw somebody's meme on like, why can't handle any more world events or great world events anymore, because it is overwhelming with everything. So it is a broad escapade of energy that's coming forth. And, even though there isn't a lot of, per se, I'm going to say energies per se for, that's unrolling. And, um, this is where a lot's going to be coming out. And so this week is kind of preparing us, getting us ready for the activations that are happening. So this is kind of a prep week. It's not a week to hide away. And I know a lot of people want to hide away, want to zone out, want to do that. This is really, if you are working on any projects, if you are working on any maybe resumes, or looking at new jobs, maybe you're looking at something for your business, or maybe it's some kind of plan that you're doing for yourself physically, so diet plan or something like that. This isn't a week to say, oh, let's put it off. This is a week to say, let's continue it on. So this is where we will be under this influence for this eclipses, for this one, for at least 6 months. We're going to start seeing little things pop up over the next several months. I'm going to leave it at that for you guys, because that's a lot of information just to process right now, with looking at, what's fraudulent that's coming out. information that's coming forward, because remember, Neptune controls the media. So there's going to be some crazy things coming out in the media over the next couple weeks. So we're going to be feeling that quite a bit as we build up to the new moon on December 3rd. So allow yourself to continue being grounded. Make sure you're taking, salt scrub shower stuff, salt baths, Epsom salt baths, baking soda, taking taking, maybe if you need time, taking a cup of tea, sitting for 15-20 minutes, allowing for yourself to breathe, and then have some downtime. Like if you've been working on certain things, make sure you take the downtime and enjoy your evenings, or whenever your downtime is. Maybe you're an all-nighter and your downtime is in the morning, or maybe your downtime is in the evening, depending. So honoring your vibration and how you work. I'm definitely a morning person, in getting up, getting going, getting things done. Very much morning person. Not too much of a late nighter anymore. So it's, yeah. Unless somebody shows up on a Friday night with a bottle of wine, that's a whole different scenario. Show up to my place on a Friday night with a bottle of wine. Hey, it's I'm willing to stay up and converse. So, and I've noticed my last few Friday nights have been really awesome, because I've had a friend, or I've done the full moon meditation with a bunch of friends. Every Friday evening. And I love it. I love it. I love it. It's a wonderful way for me to end my week. So, and just coming in and conversing. So if you want to drop off on a Friday evening, just send me a DM and come on over, and we can sit and have a chat. And sometimes it's just a place where you want to, I just need to talk, this has been bothering me and I can't say it anywhere else, and I know I can say it here. And and you could come and just relax, bring some goodies, bring some wine. My door is open. So or you don't have to bring wine, just saying, you could bring the coffee. So looking at that we are coming into a new earth, we are coming into a new vibration, but in doing that, it's going to take some time. So let's just honor ourselves, because remember, it took 2,000 years to build the last era. It's going to take at least another 2,000 years to build this one, and we're only at the beginning of the chopping blocks. And chip it away. So on that note, I'm going to leave you and love you and send you out so much love. Be kind to yourself and be kind to one another. And may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say and all that you be and all that you do. Have a blessed day. And we will talk to you for sure tomorrow. And yes, blessed be everybody. Bye-bye.